Welcome. We are your hosts, Chris and Tammy.
In this podcast, we dive into the mindset for networking strategies and skills you'll need to build a solid foundation to build a global business.
We've built a multi-million-dollar business and have mentored thousands of people around the globe in the last 25 years. Well, welcome everyone. We want to share with you how we work ourselves to orient our way of thinking and how we proceed in adjusting in a new times. Often, we're faced with challenges, and what do we do? What do you do when you're faced with difficult times? And here's how I see this, and this has been going on for years, since I believe 2006, when I started going through transformation and adjusting my way of thinking. And I just want to read this quote here that I got, this line here. There was no name as to who came up with it, so I just kind of left it as it was. It says, when you face difficult times, know that challenges are not sent to destroy you, because often people look at the challenges as doomsday, when really it just presents you with new opportunities. And I like what it stated, where they're sent to promote, increase, and strengthen you. And this is exactly what's going on. Because when you are in a situation where you're used to the path that you were taking to get to your destination, and suddenly the path is completely different, it feels like, oh my God, what am I going to do? In fact, a great book that I would recommend, just another one we want to talk about here today, it's Who Moved My Cheese? It's a phenomenal book that talks about the labyrinth, and it talks about these little characters that are trying, they had this big chunk of cheese and they were feeding from that cheese, and suddenly the cheese is gone. And some of them anticipated the cheese is going to be gone in several years, and they started changing how they went, and they found this even bigger mountain of food to be able to survive, and not to survive, but to thrive. And this is kind of the message here. So understand, folks, that many of you are probably facing challenges on prospecting and inviting and meeting new people and recruiting people. And there's a lot of things that presents itself as challenges that may bring it difficult, that may seem a bit difficult. But I'm telling you, folks, is the way we look at things that will define your moments, that will define how you will evolve.
Success is a maze. And often people join our profession and they don't, focus so much about personal development. They just want to catch the big one. They want everybody to say yes. And they don't understand what it takes to run a business. A lot of people come into network marketing and they've never been in business before, so they don't know the ups and downs in a business. I come from a traditional business before the industry, and there's ups and downs. It's called life. It's called business. When you hit that wall, well, you got to go left or you got to go right. You got to figure it out. You got to find ways. You got to be creative. And these are the things that we've been doing. We're like, okay, well, we need to reinvent ourselves. We need to step up our game. We need to take some courses. We need to be able to tap into the global market and still make that global impact with our teams by Zooms rather than, free conference calls. So, having that visual effect added to it. We've been so busy, we don't think about challenges. We're just evolving and growing and trying new things and getting frustrated.
And this is what it is. It's, folks, and here's what's really important. I know that many of you are faced with challenges. Understand that challenges are really, and this is really the way I look at it. They are there as hidden opportunities. And I'll come back to that in a moment. So don't feel that you are lesser or you're too old or, because trust me, as human beings, we tend to do these things. And that's what we want to talk about. So in moving forward, just before we get into some of the details that we want to cover, I think it's important that sometimes we revisit how we perceive mentorship. Sometimes we're so used to figure things out by yourself. We met John C. Maxwell, And as you know, John C. Maxwell is very strong with the content of the Bible, and he literally took the Bible and he took all of the aspect of leadership within the Bible, and he created this Bible of leadership. And that's how I got to know him. And then this guy is the real deal. He's leaving a legacy, kind of like Jim Rohn did. And one thing that's really important is invest in yourself. When you rise certain ranks in your business and you start having a level of success, you need to keep evolving. You can't just sit on that mountain and expect that everything will stay the same forever. No, what I'm saying is you need to plug in to information where the rich and the famous and the successful people tend to hang around. And that will cost a bit of money.
Chris is talking about investment. When you make money, don't just take the money and spend it. I mean, you have to take a portion of it to put aside for investment. You have to take a portion of it and put it aside to invest in yourself, for books, for courses, so that you can evolve as a leader. And then you take a portion, and you break up this portion. And if there's not enough there, you need to make more money. It's that simple.
And I know that sounds corny when we say that, but folks, it's really the truth. So the fact is, you need to seek guidance. You need to consult with others. And that's what these events are. And we're very fortunate that we have some individuals like Eric that is actually promoting the network marketing profession in a highly professional level that are attracting a lot of people from all walks of life. So the point is, we talked about at the beginning of the session here, is evolve. You need to evolve. You need to redefine yourself. And that's exactly what we're doing. So redefine yourself and embrace challenges. And that's what I shared about earlier, often disguised as opportunities. So don't feel that you're too old or it's too late. It is not. You just have to shift the way you are thinking.
You have to win with yourself. You have to believe in yourself and increase your value. Know your value. Accept your value. Know your value. Increase your value. And really work on yourself. And when you do that, people are more and more attracted to you.
This is an example where if you don't believe that you have something of great value to offer other person, namely yourself, you'll never truly win with people. Now, this is really profound, because if you don't believe that you have value to give to others, then it'll be difficult for others to believe in you. But it starts with yourself, believing in yourself. And for that to evolve, you need to evolve. And you don't realize how important your voices are. But because often we tend to maybe see ourselves as, whatever, we don't think that we matter that much, not realizing that you're impacting people around the globe. What you say, and I don't want to oversell this, but could actually save someone else's life in some different parts of the world. Your voice matters. So it is important that you believe that you're making a difference for others. But for that to happen, you need to believe that you are making a difference for others. And when you do that, your posture and the way you conduct yourself and the way people will listen to you will change, will evolve. And this is what Tammy and I have recognized over the years. I truly believe we are making a difference. Here's another quote that I believe is extremely appropriate and even extremely relevant today, where it states, "Continue when discouraged, for where there is no faith in the future, there is no power in the present." Think about this. Think about that statement. If you don't believe in the future about what is going on, well, that will rob you from the power you got today to try to convince someone to participate and get involved. But this is extremely profound. Like I took the quote here from John F. Kennedy, where we can have faith in the future only if we have faith in ourselves. So it goes back again into you. It's always about you. And the way you feel will be a reflection of your successes or challenges or both. And don't fear the challenges. Remember, the challenges are an opportunity that are disguised into problems that may make you feel that it's not happening. There's this problem. This is falling. The company's doing this. This is happening. This is not there. That's not available. Blah, 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 blah. At the end of the day, whatever problem you think you're going through, I'm telling you, other companies do. Other associates do. Other leaders do. The difference is how do you deal with the challenges and how do you behave around them that will define you. So don't get stuck into what others are doing. I call that white noise. You need to clear that out. And it all starts with you and how you feel. And how you feel, I'm telling you, will manifest into your results. If you feel good, and listen, I know we're not robots. I know we can just flip the switch tomorrow. Well, I feel good. And I know it's a process, but it's just like training. Let's say that you're not in the shape that you want to be. You understand if you train really hard tomorrow, you're not going to change tomorrow. But you know what? It's a step forward towards it. But if you do that in a week, you may actually, and that's what's amazing. If I use the analogy of the body, is the body will adjust quickly, just like the mind. If you just give it the right food, if you give it the right stuff, your body will adjust. And in turn, it's amazing how transformation occurs. It doesn't take long. What takes long is the decision to go forward. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at changes. I cannot stress enough on that.
The key is if you're stuck, honestly, if you're stuck, it's because you're not working your business. The key to get over all of that overwhelm, all of that stuff, is to be organized with a schedule, is to be organized and knowing where you're going, and to focus only on that target, on that goal, on that date, and do the actions every day that's going to move you towards that goal. Every day, do the hard stuff first. Create power hours, whatever it is for you to build this business. All the money-making activities is what you got to be doing if you want to go into momentum.
So it is, your mindset is everything. You need to understand that. I know that things are not perfect, but I'm telling you, don't rest the solution to your problem on the fact that, well, the company needs to fix this. The company needs to do that. You got to stop thinking that way and start thinking, what can I do? How can I adjust? What are the things that I can change for me to be able to achieve my goals? This is what I mean by having the right mindset to change things. When we're talking about it, it sounds so simple, and it is. But we human beings, we just love to complicate the heck out of things.
Get out of your head and focus on the prize. Who's driving your life? Is it you, the CEO? Or is it your procrastinator? Or is it your excuse maker? Is it you need to decide every single day. And I love this example because you're always going to have something that's going to take over. Let's face it, we're all busy, right? Or maybe you're just keeping yourself busy because you don't have to do the math stuff, right? People get caught up and they do other things so they don't have to focus on the main thing that's going to help them get out of financial situations, or maybe to have more of what you desire. You all know what you desire in life. Well, it's time to put on that boss hat and take control of your business. That's the bottom line.
It is the mindset in the way that you see yourself associated with this opportunity. That's the thing. And that's what we're trying to trigger. We understand that. And we are staying the course, but it's just a delivery method has changed and evolved. And we want you with us. And that's why we'll keep doing these trainings. We'll keep reaching out to you. You can choose to tune out or tune in. It's up to you. So on this session, folks, we want to thank you for attending. We certainly appreciate your feedback. And it is certainly give us a sense of direction as if we're doing well. And if what we're doing you find is being helpful, we certainly love to hear your feedback there.